Donald Trump has said that the U.S. should ban all Muslims until we get this thing sorted out. He's also suggested creating a registry for all Muslims.
I don't know how to approach the question from a political perspective, because I think for me, it's just too complex. I do know that my grandparents were refugees from Italy. In spite of, whatever conflict or tension went on between our two countries, America welcomed the Irish and the Italians and the Germans and it's our history. It's who we are as a people. So on the one hand, I'm saying, well, then let's be consistent. If we've always done this, and that's one of the things that has made America great and made America rise to a higher level in the international world, we shouldn't stop doing that.
Because I used to live in Berkeley. There was a guy, I think he served in the military in Iraq, but he recognized that I was Muslim. And he looked at me and he said, I have killed a lot of your cousins. I understand it. I was like, maybe he's wrong. I said that time, maybe you went to Iraq to kill people, but I came here to study, to educate myself. Like, look at the difference between me and you. So I think that was the worst thing happened, but it could happen anywhere. Believe me, yeah, it could happen anywhere.
Stereotyping a group of people is not a new phenomenon. Neither are the anti-Muslim feelings sweeping parts of the world, especially in the United States. It's been building for years. It may have started in the 1970s with the oil embargo and the taking of 53 hostages in Iran. For many Americans, it's easy to lump the politics of the Middle East with the major religion of the Middle East.
Most people only know about the people that they're around. So if you've never met a Muslim person, it'd be hard for you to make an assessment outside of what you hear on the news. A lot of times people forget that it doesn't matter what faith background you're from, people are just people. Refugees coming to the USA has been happening for years. Immigrants, Irish, Japanese, Chinese, German, anything you could think of. A lot of times politicians use a certain people group to rile up their base. There's always been a target group that people want to blame everything about, So we blame terrorism on all Muslims all over the world.
I am Syed Shoaib Hussaini. I'm from India. I am from south of India, basically from Hyderabad. I was born there, I brought up there, and basically my parents are also born there. I'm true Hyderabadi,
Okay, my name is Saif Al-Azmari from Saudi Arabia. I'm a graduate student doing IT management, and I'm graduating this semester, hopefully.
To be frank, I thought about Catholic school is much into the religion. You have to have a Catholic background to get into it. Here, when I applied for St. Ambrose here, so I came to know that Catholic universities are not like that, what I was thinking about. And when I came to US here in St. Ambrose, it was like warm welcome. The experience I couldn't say in words because there are no words to express it.
There are 3.3 million Muslim Americans in the U.S. They make up about 1% of the total U.S. population. From service members and doctors to teachers and students, they make up a significant part of American society. Yet much of the culture and traditions of the Muslim community are unknown to many outside of it.
Okay, we pray to a certain direction, always. We have a holy mosque in Saudi Arabia, in Mecca, part of Jeddah. Jeddah is a city and there's a place known as Mecca. We have a holy mosque in Mecca named Masjid al-Haram. It's Masjid al-Haram. We have Kaaba, the square. So we use compass to make sure that we are facing to Kaaba. We have a rug. We use all the time this rug. This is a prayer rug, we call it, and most of the time I have it because I don't know where I end up my day. 5 times a day I have to pray, and this is my rug, so I keep it in my bag. And most of our Muslim brothers and sisters, they prefer to keep it themselves.
There were 975,000 international students studying in America in 2015. About 14% of those were Muslim and came from all over the world. In the 2013-2014 academic year, about 10,000 Muslim students came from Iran, and 53,000 came from Saudi Arabia.
To be frank, the image of Muslims across the world is due to some bad people, and they are just using, misrepresenting the Muslims.
Truth be told, I find probably the gentlest of our students are the Saudi population. The gentlest of our population are our Muslim students, do you see? The people I least fear, do you see? That I least fear.
One aspect of Muslim culture that is often misunderstood is the treatment of Muslim women. Especially in America, non-Muslims see Muslim women as being oppressed, forced to cover themselves with the hijab. It isn't oppression, though, but reverence for their religion that leads Muslim women to wear the hijab.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said something about the heaven is under your mother's feet, which means the more you pay for her, you'll be close to the heaven. In Middle East, and look, when they say Middle East, they just put Middle East. Middle East is really, like a lot of countries, they say Middle East, they don't let women go to work. Come on, a lot of people think women cannot work or cannot do what they want in Middle East. My sister works at a university, okay? So any girl can go and work in any place. They open business, they can work in any place they want. It's not the way people think.
In many ways, St. Ambrose has had its place in the discussion of discrimination. When it comes to the international Muslim population on campus, the feelings have generally been positive. While things have been peaceful on the surface, that does not mean tensions haven't been brewing underneath.
Like anything, let's say someone from Iowa has a concern about living with someone from Southside Chicago. Maybe you should talk to the person from Southside Chicago, and then you'll find out that you both love Call of Duty and eating French fries. Same with the Muslim person. You just go talk to them. I mean, they're just humans, If you grew up in, Oman in the Gulf of Arabia, maybe you would also be Muslim, but you grew up in Iowa and you're Lutheran or Methodist or something like that. So you just need to talk to them. When I lived in Egypt, my first week, I met an Egyptian guy, a good friend. He's my best friend now, but he told me he doesn't like Americans and Palestinians, and I'm a Palestinian American. And he says, I don't like them. I've never had good experiences with them. And after a week and a half, we were best friends, and we still Skype to this day. And that was like 3 years ago. So, and he was my roommate, So all it takes is just talking to someone.
So I think from the perspective of some Muslim students, they have experienced prejudice, but no one has ever said that they experience it here on campus. I just love, for example, the Saudi students, because they are very welcoming. They've sponsored, 2 or 3 open sessions where they talk about their country, their faith. They serve pastry and coffee, but they're sharing their hospitality with us, right? And I think that also makes a huge difference. I mean, they want to be a part of us, and they want us to know the truth about who they are and where they're coming from, and they love their country and they're proud of it, you see.
Many terrorist groups across the world, you know very well, everybody knows very well, that they are doing it in the name of Islam, in the disguise of Islam, disguise of Muslim. But they are not Muslims. They are just misrepresenting it. Everybody has one Muslim, at least one Muslim across a university. You will go to them, talk to them, you will know much more about Muslims. So you have a clear idea of Muslim, how are they and what are they and why they are misrepresented, So I believe that Americans should know more about Muslims.
The best way to find what's Islam, I would say just read. That's all. Yeah, this is what smart people do. Read. If I want to know about any culture, if I read about this, I would be more I would know a lot about it. So.
As a minority religion in America, Islam is often misunderstood by those who don't practice it, and recent comments from political candidates have not helped. Saif and Shoaib are happy to explain their religion and help end these misunderstandings.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to interview for you, and hope this documentary will help you and will help many others. who have a wrong belief about Muslims. Thank you.